when they were hugging and Ava thought it was real, and then the smile were on
camera.
I'm like, oh,
turn on the My Kinkest Karma edit.
Oh no, that was so good. I watched that 10 times a day.
Oh my god, it's so good. If you know, you know. Hi, it's Megan.
And it's Bree.
And we just want to talk about TV.
Welcome to our podcast,
UNSERIESOUS. Each episode, we're going to cover a TV show, new or old, and have a silly little conversation about it.
So grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get unserious.
Oh, I didn't even think of anything to say.
I'm not suicidal.
I just want to die. That was good. That was good. Our video immediately taken down.
Yeah.
I was trying to think.
Funny though.
I've been subsidizing for Mrs. Table, whatever she says.
Mrs. Table or Crash Out.
What are they eating?
What's it called?
It's like, isn't it fish or something?
Yeah, but
no. Branzino.
Branzino.
It's not even, it doesn't travel well, whatever she says, and then throws it again. So funny. Ava Daniels' Crash Out of the Century.
Crash Out deserved.
Everybody, welcome to UNSERIESOUS. Of course, we're talking about the best show ever, Hacks. I don't know what that was. Wow. Before we talk about our favorite show in the world, we have to catch up. There's a lot been happening. There's a lot of content to be consumed. Are we consuming it? Maybe not.
Probably
but
not.
Maybe one day.
Most likely not.
I don't know how to read.
I literally forgot how to read.
Coming Clean. I forgot how to read.
Coming Clean, I literally have no... I can't read. I can't look at a book for more than 1 second.
No, I've been unwell, and I'm halfway through Great Big Beautiful Life, and I'm really liking it. Like, just a little check-in, midway check-in. I'm liking it. It's not the book's fault. It's mine. It's not you. It's me.
It's not you. It's me.
But hopefully I can report back soon, and we can
I'm
discuss
not even halfway.
where we think it might be one day.
I don't even know.
I don't know
how I feel yet.
Okay.
Because I'm not very far.
Okay, that's fair. Too soon.
It's
too early to tell.
Too soon to tell, honestly. And I'm like, yeah, really in a slump.
Yeah, I'm like, we're almost halfway through the year.
It like kind of devastates me.
And I have like not read. This is as much as I've read, so I might have to read and think my goal.
Yeah,
Listen,
mine definitely needs to be rethought.
Yeah,
but
maybe I'll try to read 6 books
maybe
this year.
All of a sudden I'll be reading like 12 books in 1 month.
You never know. I feel like
I'll feel inspired.
We'll see.
You know what? It's fine.
Everything is fine. Do you have anything else though before we get into my new hot topics?
Yeah, you have hot topics. Nothing really, right?
Yeah, we're gonna finish you.
Yeah, one day.
Ginny and George is coming, so you guys get ready.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be our 100th ep.
Oh my god.
Can you believe we're like just 6 episodes away?
Oh my god, and we aren't even famous.
I know. Amy Poehler, watch
One
us,
time.
please. Just once.
Just one book.
I have been listening to her podcast. I haven't listened to a couple of the most recent ones because I'm like, oh, they're a little too good. I need to give them my focus instead of listening to them while I'm at work.
Yeah.
But love her. That's a comfort.
Watch the Renee Rapp one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to watch the Michelle Obama one.
Mm-hmm. Those are the ones I haven't seen. Those and the Parks one, the Philly Justice one, because I'm like, I need to like dedicate time. I'm like 10 or 15 minutes into it, but it's coming, and I love Amy.
But I like that podcast. Like, I like her format too. Like, I just like the whole.
And she's so funny.
She's
so warm.
Nice time.
Yeah, I love her. I feel so vindicated as a Parks and Rec fan.
As a Parks and Rec super stan.
That's my
fake
girl.
fan.
Whoa.
No, I'm just kidding. Whoa.
Not right now.
Not right now.
I'm getting there.
No, just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing else. I'm still watching Mormon Moms. You know how it is. It's literally like, this is gonna ruin.
This is gonna ruin mom talk. I want swig.
It's truly gonna ruin mom talk, and I need a swig.
I literally have seen the one episode you guys were watching, and I'm just like, I just need swig.
Damn, I just need to be in the swig line right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta go make a dirty soda at the Circle K.
At the Circle K.
I'll have to do.
Yeah. Happy Pride Month.
Yeah, have a very safe and queer Pride Month.
Shut your gay ass.
College jokes.
That's college jokes. It's
so funny. Love them.
Yeah. Should we get into the hot topics?
Yeah, I have 3 hot topics for us today. I need to pull up the list. The first is actors on actors lineup. So that's what I'm going to find so we can look at it. All I know is what I really wanted to say is where the fuck are the people from the pit?
Yeah.
Not a single
not
pit.
A single pit.
Like, not even like, Noah Wiley. Like, I get that, like, where the fuck is the list? I need to go on Variety's Instagram. I get, like, the way they pair people up, like, makes sense. So, like, Adam Scott is doing it with Kristen Bell because they're best friends and they've been on it. They've worked together a lot. So that makes sense. But also, like, that could have been Noah Wiley and Adam Scott. Really like, not even anything Wiley. To do with Kristen Bell, but, like, come on! That would have been so good. Or, like, there's plenty of people that, like, they didn't have. Like, they don't have anyone from PAX, which I get. Like, Hannah did it last year. Jean's probably done it. And then, what else don't they have? Like, Adam's the only person doing it from Severance. There's so many of them. Like, Tremel.
Yeah.
Come on, you know he's getting supporting actor. So, if it'll let me fucking click on it. I guess I can read it from here.
No pit.
No pit.
So no pit.
So no pit. Devastated. Especially because I feel like they're going to be... Like, it's one thing to be like, okay, we can't do everyone. But I feel like the pit's going to win something. Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like the pit is more likely to win things than half of the people on this list.
Yeah.
That's just my truth.
My truth. Speaking out. So
there's Danny DeVito and Colin Farrell, which is cool because they both played the Penguin in Batman. Oh. Dave Chappelle and Mo Amer. I think they're both comedians. Okay. Parker Posey and Lisa Kudrow, though, that's a slay. That I know is a slay, and I will be sat on June 6th.
That's a slay.
Natasha Rothwell and Sterling K. Brown is also great. Diego Luna and Javier Bardem, I like that. Catherine Hahn and Kate Hudson, that's the best.
Iconic.
They're best friends. It just makes sense.
They've been in things together. They're best friends.
Same thing, Kristen Bell and Adam Scott. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Patrick Schwarzenegger. I don't even know what Arnold's doing, but I respect it, I guess. I don't know who Arnold is. No, that's why I'm like, I've seen Patrick in more things, honestly. Yeah. That's Nepo. People are like, I'm gonna need them. Well, this actually kills me, and I just have to remember that, like, I'm just so chronically in the know of pop culture stuff. Mm-hmm. Where they're like, who do you want to see on actors? And people are like, Louis Pullman. I'm like, he was just in a movie. Babe, this is for TV.
He was in a movie, You're Dumb.
That's so mean. I'm like, I'm with you guys. Yes, but you're going to have to wait till December.
Yeah, he's not allowed.
And people are like, well, him and his dad can do it, or Kurt Russell and Wyatt Russell. I'm like, yeah, but this is it. This is for TV.
This is TV, you dumb fuck.
You're saying that, not me. Let the record show. I would never be that mean.
No, I was kidding.
But, like, I'm like, guys.
You dumb. Yeah. People just don't know.
People don't know. And I have to remember that that's not their fault. But I'm also like,
how dare you?
Guys, like, don't set yourself up for that. That's really all I'm saying.
Guys, maybe read something.
Do you read? Mama, let's research.
Mama, let's actually research. Because we're spreading a lot of misinformation.
I said, I would love that too, but that's not happening yet. I'm really excited about this. It won't let me freaking click on these Instagram posts. The video they posted, and the next one is Seth Rogen and Jason Segel, and they look so cute. They're like this.
I saw that.
And I'm like, that's like maybe the happiest seeing them like this. Cooper Koch and Sam Nivola. So they got 17 people from White Lotus. Yeah, they couldn't do one pit.
No pit.
Like, not all of them can win just by the rules. Like, they're competing against each other.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta talk to someone at Variety. Amanda Seyfried and Adam Brody, that's a good one.
Maybe everyone declined.
Maybe.
What if they declined actors and actors?
People refuse to do it with Sebastian Stan. Oh. And that, I still think about that. I think about that every day. Like, no one wants to do that because he played Trump. And I'm like,
Trump.
God forbid we talk shit about Trump.
God forbid he was Trump.
Yeah. Joe Locke and Charlie Cox, that's the one I knew about because Charlie spilled the tea like a month ago. Mm-hmm. And I'll be sad for that one. But, like, you're telling me they couldn't get Noah Wiley?
You're telling me they couldn't even get Noah Wiley?
Carrie Russell and I can't read the rest of Scott's last name, and then Billy Bob Thornton and Kathy Bates. So, but plenty of solid people, but they could have done one more, and it could have been Noah Wiley and me.
Noah Wiley and you. Could have been Noah Wiley and
at a restaurant together.
Yeah.
Could have been free on Thursday.
Damn.
Yeah.
No Britt Lauer.
That's what I'm saying. Trammell.
Yeah.
Are we
what's
kidding?
His name?
John Turturro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wouldn't do it.
Probably not. We're never seeing him again.
He's a diva.
Yeah. This is diva.
I love him. That's my diva.
That him and Noah Wiley would have gone crazy.
It would have gone fucking crazy. He would have.
At least they had a giant operation board at their FYC event. That's all I can say about that.
Really that's all we needed in the end. At the end of the day.
Anyway, I'm really excited for Emmy season, though. I think we should know the nominees in a couple months.
I think it's going to be a fucking shit show.
I'm scared. Like, I'm going to care too much. I already cared too much.
And everyone can't win.
No. No one from The Bear either, which I guess, like, technically The Bear's not back yet. And The Bear will be competing for season 3, so.
Wait, who's done it from The Bear?
Jeremy.
Okay. Oh, Jeremy did it with,
Jennifer Coolidge.
Yeah.
And,
that was a good one.
Eben did it with Allison Williams, because they were both on Girls.
Okay, where's Io?
Yeah. It should have been Io and Hannah. Or Io and Noah Wiley. Justice for Noah Wiley. Because in that case, it could have been Adam and Noah Wiley, and it could have been Kristen Bell and Iowa Debris.
Yeah, or just replace Kristen with accidentally replaced her with Hannah Einbinder.
Yeah, accidentally. No offense to Kristen Bell.
No,
Star of season 4, episode 5 of Hacks.
Yeah. True.
Which one?
That was funny.
That was episode 5. It was episode 5. Wow.
Was that the same episode or a different episode than Carol Burnett?
Different.
And then Jimmy Kimmel was on. Damn.
Yeah, Kimmel and Kristen Bell were the same one because that was what that was about.
Yeah.
Okay. Next topic. Tadoom. We watched Tadoom last night for 5 minutes, and Julie Bowen was slaying.
She was slaying.
That's the only part we saw live. And our king from Hacks, Christopher McDonald.
From Lemonade Mouth.
And Adam Sandler was Adam Sandlering hard.
He was really
Adam Sandlering out.
That's the most Adam Sandler day.
Yeah. But Stranger Things teaser came out. Mostly footage from the other seasons, but the 5 seconds of new footage, goosebumps.
Goose pimples.
But it did confirm our hot topic from last week. It is in 3 parts.
It's in 3 parts, and it's holiday.
It's every holiday. At least it's like within a month. So it's basically like 2.5 parts, basically.
Yeah.
So it'll be like a week later you get the finale. I'm like, God forbid Netflix just try weekly releases at this point, because I think it would probably take the same amount of time, and then people would be talking about it for the entire holiday season. So it's coming out Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then the finale on New Year's. So you know where I'll be. Ringing in the new year. Hopefully not mourning Steve Harrington's death.
Multiple people from the show.
No, I saw something today where people are like, I don't think they're killing anyone at this point.
They gotta kill someone.
I will see. Probably like a newbie.
Probably Vecna.
Probably. As they should.
Probably my
He's
man.
the problem.
He's literally the problem. Am I the problem?
Am I the drama?
Am I the drama?
He's
looking around like the problem. Like, why are you killing Vecna?
Never done anything wrong, actually.
He's actually...
I'm going to need Max to revive. I'm going to need Steve to stay with me.
I don't want 11 to die either. Even though, like, you know, like... also, that would be, like, kind of, like, okay, predictable. Like, you're killing 11.
Yeah, and it's like...
You're killing the main
she's, like,
girl.
the person who deserves the happiest ending. Like, she had the worst childhood anyone could have.
Like, and you're gonna kill her?
It's really, like, hard watching these shows, and you're like, the only way that they think they can end it is when they give the main character, like, a miserable ending. Like, what if happy endings existed?
No, we don't do that these days.
Like, God forbid we have hope. Especially for traumatized characters. Well, now I'm starting to think about Outer Banks.
Yeah.
And I don't know what those fuckers announced. They haven't filmed a
lick of anything. Jay Stokes doesn't do it. John B needs to get on set.
I'm like, you guys need to be on set, not a to-do.
They're just fully a to-do.
Did anything come out about Walter Boys either?
No.
Like, they were there. What did they say?
Like, they
looked good.
Wait, I saw a clip and they literally said, we can't say literally anything. I was like, okay, you can't give me anything?
Like, what's the point of to do?
What's the point of going to do and being interviewed if you can't say anything?
Like, I guess, like, Outer Banks is this, like, a tentpole show, like, but they haven't filmed anything. Walter Boy's, like, where is it?
Why are you people here?
Like, they can't even give us a date? Like, what is so difficult?
No, they couldn't give it. They were acting like it was top secret, like, the Walter Boys' top secret, like, information. I'm like, you could say something so, like, Why do I know more about Doomsday than I do about Walter Boys?
About
the Walter Boys. The goddamn Walter Boys.
I enjoy them.
But why are they so secretive?
I enjoy them kind of. About how, like, they make me smile. The actors.
They went there and they gave nothing.
Nikki, Noah, and Ashby. Those are my friends. I love them.
They're like,
I'm fond of them, but they can't say shit.
No, literally, the video. You have to see the video because it's kind of a bit awkward. I'm like, are these people not like media trained or something?
Like they didn't tell them what to say,
and they got nervous.
Aww.
Or they're like scared of breaking something.
Damn, it's the Walter Boys.
Because it was a little awkward. I was like, okay, tell us anything. It's the Walter Boys.
Lady Gaga.
Say. Did you see the Squid Game dance?
No.
That was weird. People were like, just show us the fucking trailer. And it's like the people in the red suits, like, flipping on stage. Like, Vincent booning out, you know?
Apparently, in the new Karate Kid, they play the Moonbeam Ice Cream. You're like, I was having a good time until that song came on.
Moonbeam Ice Cream. Until that came on. God damn.
It's like, fuck. And then what else?
The Knives Out.
Knives Out teaser. Chills. Ready. That's Chills. December. What did we watch? Oh, Gen V is not to Doom, but their trailer came out September.
Yes, I'm so excited.
So, a new school year in the fall. I guess that makes sense to come out in September. Wow, look at that. Finally, something that makes sense.
Something that just makes sense.
Why couldn't Stranger Things start in October?
Yeah, it should have started on Halloween.
It's on Thanksgiving. They couldn't do it a couple weeks early on the day Will Byers goes missing. Like, they're lapping anyway.
People aren't thinking. That's such a Halloween show to me.
It is, and I have to watch it on Christmas.
I have to watch it on Christmas and New Year's?
3.5 years later?
I'm going into another goddamn year.
The 3 years that went by didn't even give us a full trailer. Like, it's been 3 years since season 4 started, like the first part of season 4. We don't even technically have a trailer. We have like half-second clips of everyone. Robin's blurry in the background.
Wait.
We were like, there she is. It's a blur.
It's a blur. Oh my god, there she is. Just a blur.
Yeah.
That's all you get.
Yeah, I guess. So I wonder. I mean, it's not coming out till November. We have so many time. We only just got a full Ginny and Georgia trailer that comes out next week. So we're not getting anything.
We aren't getting the Emily Henry movie. I know that.
Oh my god, that's actually my biggest loss. Like, when are they gonna do that? The thing is, Netflix does it all the time. Is like they tell you the date in the trailer like a month or two before. Yeah. So it realistically could come out this summer. Hopefully we know soonish. Like, we should know this month if it's going to come out by August.
Because it needs to be in July or August.
Yeah.
To feel really, like, summer.
Yeah, it can't come out later than that.
It can't come out later.
Like, September would be pushing it.
That's pushing it. Yeah. That's the school year. We got to start Gen V, baby.
Yeah. I got to focus on my college kids.
Oh, my college kids.
Yeah, Summer I Turned Pretty, I'm worried is going to end in September, too. And I'm like,
that's just going to be a fucking
like, can anyone fucking do things right?
No, dude. Put us in...
These CEOs, Ted Sarandos, and I don't think it's Bezos making these decisions.
Bezos isn't doing shit.
But someone's making incorrect decisions.
Yeah.
Anyway. Our last topic of conversation is, you guessed it, Miss Taylor Swift.
You guessed it.
They're talking about the blonde woman.
We're
about to Swift out on the timeline. Swiftie out. Taylor owns her masters again, and everyone cheered, but also, so no rep.
Everyone's a fucking clown.
Yeah.
It's the biggest clownery of this.
It's actually insane, and I wonder if she's been, like, biting her tongue. She's like...
probably laughing.
Because, like, I think she was like, fuck, I don't want them to keep thinking this. but I can't say anything why. Like, I can't explain why.
I really don't know how to explain it.
Without the deal being final.
I dropped that my cash button.
People are like, she's broke.
No, that's so funny. I'm like, God, she owns a $1 billion.
And, like, this is only going to make her more money.
Yeah, it's going to make her more money.
But it's so funny.
I'm like, hello. She's broke, our girl.
I gotta support. Well, people are like, we paid for this because of the Era store.
Paid for this.
Like, the profit from the Era store definitely helped her out.
To make more money.
I'm so happy for her and feel like this is just, like, just makes sense. But also
no rep.
But no rep. And it's
no
like
vault tracks.
She's gonna do the vault tracks.
Okay, yeah.
She said that in the letter, and then she has recorded all of debut.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like if debut is still gonna come out, why not do review? And I get it. Like, I read the letter. Yeah, like, I squinted and I read the letter.
Being like, I too would pay $365 million to not sing about my ex that I was with forever.
Yeah, no, it's like all valid. And I never want to be like these people that like some of her fans get too greedy and too like possessive over her.
Crazy. I mean, I'm a fan too, but I'm not
but
that
some
crazy.
some people, like a select like chunk of people just like get greedy, and I don't want to be like that, but also like this is how I feel. Like I was talking to my coworker and I found like these OCD images where it's like when you sort M&Ms, it's like all the green, all the blue, but then there's like one blue with the green. You're like, oh. Like that's how it feels to me.
Yeah,
with like it's
unfinished.
not complete, especially if she does debut and it's like Reputation's the one that she didn't touch.
When people bought all these new vinyls.
Yeah, that feels incomplete,
and you can't complete it.
Yeah, and it's like she set the standard. Now she's like, okay, now we don't have to worry about it. But like we all had this like vision in our head of like, okay, we're gonna get all 6. And it's all gonna look cute. And I was like excited for like the new art. Yeah, that too. Like there's so many things like to experience the era, and I feel like Reputation
is my favorite.
It was like a lot of people's favorite, or like it's like a top of people's lists. So it's just like I respect her and her decision. Like I would never talk shit or expect too much from her.
Blondie.
But I'm disappointed in a little bit.
I'm disappointed, but I'm
like, what? What are we supposed to do about that? I wonder if she releases the vault tracks, if she'll do like a small vinyl, like with the new artwork or something.
Artwork, yeah, probably. That would do something. She wants to sell more, but
of course, people think she's restocking the current ones. So me and my mom were like talking about it, and we're like, well, now I guess we can buy them because we've both been holding out on buying stuff until she re-released it. And I don't have a complete record collection even of the originals because I didn't want to buy them, but now I can.
Now you can do anything with the new or with the old.
Yeah, I clicked on style.
People going, all right, the OG's so much better. So like multiple songs is so funny.
I feel like I agree with select stuff, but to say that all of them are better, I feel like it's not right.
All of them, but some of them are.
Yeah, I feel like
the ones where the emotion is clearly like shown.
Yeah.
Like, because you just can't recreate what you were feeling at that
time. The guitar on Style, that's so true.
Like, Haunted is so... I said, damn, this is good. Yeah. But that's drama.
Yeah. Well, it's also people being like, it's so funny that she's like, I couldn't touch Reputation, but people are like, but you could touch everything.
But you literally touched everything.
Like, ripped all the other art.
Red?
Yeah. Red is still one of her, you can tell Red's still one of her favorites. Like, the press tour that she did for that re-release.
She did the most for Red.
Yeah, and I feel vindicated by that.
Yeah.
And we got I Bet You Think About Me and All Too Well short film. Like, we were fed.
It
was not all for naught. But
yeah.
I'm gonna need her to finish. I'm gonna need her to finish it up. But now it's kind of like, okay, so anytime where people are like, okay, what's coming next? And I feel like it'll still be for a while. Like, she deserves a long break from touring for 2 consecutive years. I'm like, I guess that means, like, because I didn't think we'd be people are like, album 12. I'm like, okay, but isn't she gonna finish the re-records? Now I don't think so. So honestly, she could strike at any time with the 12th album.
Oh no, everyone!
And I'm like,
put your clown noses back up. People are already reading into the letter like, this is how many. I'm like, guys, just sit down for 1 second. Just sit down.
I just like the idea of like something can happen at any moment. Like, not that I'm looking at moments. It's just like, who knows? Because like,
who knows?
No one. I feel like before Folklore, I mean, people were still looking into hints and stuff, but I feel like Folklore just came, and no one was overthinking it.
Folklore and Evermore is so good.
So good. So you never know what's next.
And
I'll be here.
They're all gonna be about trapping.
I'll be sat. Okay, and? So High School and the Alchemy? Slap.
So High School.
Touchdown, here the amateurs, and cut them for the team.
They're all gonna be about she's gonna retire and get married. I wonder if she wants kids.
I don't know. She said, I feel the loving. The 1950s shit they want from me. She said no.
She said no, I don't want it. Unless.
I don't know.
She kind of does with Travie. Oh, Travie.
I don't know. Well, congratulations to Haley and Josh.
Haley looked beautiful.
Go Bills! Go Bills!
Go Bills!
This is a Bengals and Bills household.
Apparently. Bills household.
That's such a crazy thing to say. As a very strong Bengals fan, I'm like, but go Bills!
But go Bills! Like,
the lore runs deep.
Second.
Yeah. That's exactly how I feel. I would have loved for them to have been in the Super Bowl instead of the Chiefs, but you know what? The Eagles did what they had to do with that. And we enjoyed it.
Congratulations to my favorite wag.
Haley Steinfeld. Let's bring it back to the real wag.
Let's bring it back to the real wag in the house.
Oh. What that was for?
Oh.
I just started thinking about Sinners.
I started thinking about Sinners and Marvel.
Yeah. Oh, Kate Bishop.
Yeah.
Kate Bishop.
I was like, where is she? Bring her back.
You never know. You never know. All right. Now, the lemon.
That's our content. That's the context.
The 1950s shit they want from me. Yeah, you know what it is.
Amen.
All right, should we get to the main event where we all are gathered here today?
We're 26 minutes in.
Yeah.
We had some topics.
We had to talk.
We had to, yeah.
To get my shit out of my chest. Shit off my chest.
Get it
like
off
my chest. It's so true. Oh my god, that was good. Okay. Should I talk about Hacks?
Yeah.
I wrote a really good description. Hacks Season 4 is a comedy on HBO Max, formerly known as Max, formerly known as HBO Max Purple. It continues to chronicle the up and down relationship between infamous comedian Deborah Vance and her Gen Z writer and collaborator Ava Daniels. This season picks up directly after Ava blackmailed Deborah to be the head writer of her late night show, which is Deborah's dream. Their tumultuous relationship leads to them sabotaging each other and ultimately with them assigned an HR representative to be with the pair at all times until Ava finally crashes out and makes Deborah realize that she can't have the best late night show without Ava. Now forming a truce and salvaging their friendship, Ava and Deborah manage to bring the late night show to #1, but Ava accidentally complains to her former show that the problematic guest they had and censored about the famous problematic guest they had and censored Deborah's joke about him. And then they start talking about it on their show. So the network wants to fire her. But instead, Deborah reveals the behind-the-scenes tea and quits the show because she can't do it without Ava. However, this means Deborah can't perform comedy for 18 months due to her contract. And when she finds a loophole to perform in Singapore, Ava thinks she's giving up until TMZ mistakenly reports Deborah dead. And she decides that cannot be her legacy. That's Hacks Season 4.
Oh.
Just another banger season.
Banger.
From Lucia and Jen and Paul.
Yeah, banger. I was like, how are they going to do it?
They always do it.
And they always somehow do it.
They always do it.
And they keep you like...
It's so good. It is. We are always watching the show. And then as soon as the episode ends, we're like, this is the best show ever. And we say that a lot.
But this is the best show
This is the best show ever. It's definitely one of them.
It's definitely really far up there for me.
Yeah.
Like, if I really had to...
Yeah. As long as they don't fuck it up.
Yeah. Like if it ended awfully.
Yeah. Like if Deborah was actually dead.
So if Deborah was dead, I would have killed myself. But they already have an ending, like, in mind.
Yeah, I wonder if it will be truly season 5.
Yeah.
Because that was the original plan.
Yeah.
Which things can change, but...
Which I feel like that's good that they already have an ending in mind.
I would be sad if season 5 was the end, but if they were like, this is, like, the true ending, I'd be like, okay.
I'd be like, hell yeah.
Because I feel like we don't need to overstay our welcome.
Yeah.
In general with shows.
Give me 20 seasons.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, it was really emotional.
Give me a spin-off.
Listening, they have the best after show. Like, them discussing it and unpacking it is so good. And then the way they kind of, like, put behind the scenes and bloopers into it. I'm like, all right, bring back bloopers in 2025. I don't know why that's a lost art these days.
It literally, like, makes the episode better. Like, them, like, explaining things and, like, the bloopers and just, like... And then I'm like... I'm already, like, when we finish the episode, I'm like, oh, that was so good. And then I listen to them speak, and I'm like, that was so good.
Yeah, because of two things. They explain, like, the, like, inspiration behind some things. Like, when they're like, oh, this is based on shit that happens in real writers' rooms or with our lives and stuff. But also, when they're like, okay, this is actually a callback to season 1, season 2, season 3, and they show the scenes, and you're like, holy shit.
Wait, I didn't even...
Yes, it's so fucking good. This show is so good. Like we were saying when we were watching the studio, it's so good to have just, like, quality television and quality comedies again these days. Like, it's so funny, and it's so heartfelt, and it's also, like, has, like, such good, like, story and drama. Like, it truly has everything.
Yeah.
So good.
Like, even, like, they have really good drama that feels, like, serious, but, like, they also just make you laugh. Like, it really stays in comedy, but, like... Yeah. Like Deborah's, like, roasting Ava is still so funny. Like, it's, like, sad, but it's, like, so funny.
Yeah, it's good. They have such a good balance.
Yeah.
And such a good, like, story where it's, like, every season, like, ups the ante. And, like, I like every season. Like, I don't know how I would, like... rank them or decide, like, if this season is just as good or better, like, anything like that. Like, but they're all, like, so solid on their own where you're like, okay, season 1 is kind of, like, Deborah's residency season, then it's the tour season, and then it's the let's get late night, and then this was the late night season. It's, like, so cool that they're all different, but they all still have the same, like, heart. It's still about, like, this back and forth relationship between them, which is, like, so unique and funny and sad and emotional and beautiful. And it's also just
rude. We're talking about hacks.
We're talking about the best show ever.
Okay.
Oh my god, the whole city's on fire.
Okay.
2 fire trucks? Is everyone okay?
Grow up. No.
Grow up. It's also just cool that it's, like, such a funny, like, it's such a quality show, and it's about 2 women. Like, fuck yeah. Like, some of the best shows that we watch, like, are amazing, and I love them, no notes. But they're, like, male-centered. Yeah. And, like, I mean, there's still, like, I would say Severance, like, Helly is pretty equally as important as Mark, but it's still centered on Mark. Yeah. Still a great show. Succession, I'd say it's about the family, but I feel like Kendall and stuff is, like, more centered. Women. Women. Women and Jimmy. And, you know, Jimmy, that's the greatest ally. Like,
Jimmy's the biggest feminist of them all. Like, and out of all of them.
And that's why it works.
And that's why it works.
So good. What a show.
Like that it is Gen Z and what is
she's probably boomer?
No. No, I don't know.
She'd be either boomer or before.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my parents are right at the end of boomer.
Okay. Boomer.
Boomer sounds like a slur.
I know.
I'm like, because people baby boomers, like we gotta use their full government name.
She's a boomer.
Baby boomer.
Baby boomer. No, but it's so good.
I love the generational difference, and I love that it just is so effortlessly funny. Like, they're both so funny. And I love that Deborah is still, like, a little out of touch, but, like, she has had such good growth.
Yeah, and she, like, the lessons she learns and, like... Yeah. And, like, the way her mind has changed from season 1 is so cool.
It's so good. This is last season when she defended Ava, or just, like, bisexual identity, to the men that she was trying to impress.
Iconic. And then stuffed their toilet up.
Yeah, but then this season, it even happened within the season of, like, there's no line. Like, it's just comedy. Like, I'm not a woman, I'm a comedian. But then, like, her resolving and being like, well, there is a line. And it's when you come for people I love. And Ava's one of those people. Crazy. Like, I love them so much. Wow. Television.
Like, insane.
They were literally
like, just the way she is, like, and how, like, passionate Deborah is about, like, her work and, like, everything, and then her fully giving up her full ass dream, and she's like, dreams change. Like, fucking what?
That's why I'm like, I'm so interested to see. We'll have to like dedicate like specific conversation to the finale, but like so interesting to see. Okay, she did that. She had her late night show. Then what? Mm-hmm. Like, what is next for her? Mm-hmm. And like, if they have this ending in mind, I'm so curious as to like what that is. Okay, but going. Oh my god, going back a little. I was gonna say something. Now I kind of lost it. Oh, just like I was gonna say, it's also just interesting in a general sense. Like their relationship and this show like compared it directly to it this season. And it's not, I'm not saying like their mother and daughter particularly, but it's just interesting to compare their relationship to her relationship with DJ.
Yeah.
Because it's so like distant. Like they have a relationship and they're closer than they used to be. And they had that whole conversation of like, we could go no contact if you're not going to be supportive of all these things. But DJ even admits, like, this was crazy. I loved it. Cool. When she asked Ava to be the godmother, I was like, let's fucking go. Like, Ava's a part of this fucking family. And then the book she got them, like, I wrote that down, like, her, like, how to be an ally or whatever. Yes. And, like, the 1 fish, 2 fish, gay fish, bait fish. Yeah, so good. So funny. Oh my God, but she was like, I want you to be in this baby's life because you have such a closer relationship with my mom and one where you have so much admiration for her. And I want my kid to grow up knowing that version of Deborah, in case Deborah, isn't there.
She doesn't have that with her.
Yeah, because she can't do the same thing. Damn. And it's just, like, so crazy the way, like, that, like, kind of parallels. And, like, Deborah's relationships with different people. Like, she doesn't have that close relationship with her daughter. She doesn't have a close relationship with her sister. But it's the people she does have a relationship with, obviously Ava, but like Marcus she cares about so much. Even when he like left her and she struggled with that, like she's still so supportive of him. Damien, what's her name? I can only think of her real name. Josefina. Yeah. Just like she is so protective of those people, loves those people, doesn't want to lose those people. But it is like she's such an interesting character with the way that she doesn't have those relationships with like her blood relatives, but like the people she does like that will be loyal to her, she will be loyal to them. And they all make me kind of emo.
And they all make me
not enough Marcus though. Said this last season.
That was one of my like.
Yeah.
And like barely any Marcus.
I know. I feel like
I love Marcus.
The show shifted from being more like less about like the people in like the Vegas sphere, and I think that makes sense because they've moved to LA and stuff like that. And Josefina came, and Damien came, but Marcus obviously is his own person outside of her. But I feel like the show transitioned from focusing more on him to focusing more on Jimmy and Kayla, which I can't complain about. Yeah. But I wish we could have both of them equally. Yeah, because I love Marcus so much, and I loved him and Ava's relationship. I still do. They had their moment at the baptism. But I'm like, more of this. Like when they did trivia in the last season, I loved them at the carnival when they got their characters together. I was like, we're missing out on so much of this. And like his mom and her best friend are such great characters. And I can't think of his name, but his ex is still a part of his life. Like maybe they'll get back together. I love him. And Poppy, is that her? What's her name on the show? Forgetting everyone's name. Poppy Lou. Everyone knows who I'm talking about.
Icon.
Like she was in a couple episodes. I like that they made a segment on the late night show that was so Deborah, but then got to bring her in. Yeah. So good. So she's probably like the person that's whenever they do Celebrity Strip Poker, she's probably like, there.
Anyone Deborah works with, she keeps close. Yeah. Like she's like, this is family.
Her medium, like working on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to write this down. One of my highest highs, so I'm going to say it now before I forget because I didn't write it down, was the episode where they focused on the mayor scandal. Yeah. And the mayor is kind of one of those where you're kind of like, love to hate her.
A little corrupt.
Yeah, she's corrupt. She can be like a little irritating. Yeah. But she comes to support Deborah when like they are in that traffic situation and like when she pulls out the gun.
Yeah, that was funny.
So funny. She's very funny, but she's like a character where you're like
and then okay. She's like, oh, so you'll put out a good like. She's trying to
but then she has that sex scandal on the Zamboni, and then they bring her on the show to like make light of it and like be like she literally didn't do anything wrong. Yeah. Like God forbid a woman has hobbies. God forbid
she's on a Zamboni.
Yeah, but like that moment was so sweet when they're on the show and they're kind of making light and making it more like empowering, and then she just kind of looks at Deborah and is like, thank you. Yeah. And like I literally could have cried. I'm like a character that I didn't really have like heart for. Like, I enjoyed, like, her comedy, but, like, it made me, like,
I thought they were
care about her so
use
much.
her more as, like, a villain.
Yeah.
They used her in, like, a way that made me, like, cry.
I know. Like, I love that they kind of said that in the after show where it's, like, with all these characters we've had in, like, the background and stuff, like, we want to, like, reveal more layers to them and, like, have you look at them in a different way. And I was like, you're so right. Aww. I love her. I never said a bad thing. And I haven't really said a bad thing, but, like, I just didn't, like, have the same, like, care for her. But now I'm, like, so fond of her.
So fond of her.
I was like, damn. I love that. That was one of my favorite parts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Deborah cares about her people.
Mm-hmm.
And no one can ever take that away.
And no one can take that away. The damn. Oh, but when she's alone with the dogs, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? But like, that's what made her go.
Yeah.
And realize like, oh, I'm alone.
Yeah. And like, I'm so protective of these dogs. I gotta be protective of Ava. I need to be protective of
my family.
Yeah.
That she goes into the water.
Ah!
Like, what the hell?
Okay, hold on. Let's start with the first half, though, when they're fighting. Yeah,
they're fighting. Oh, the fighting was so good, though. It was I like that they made it last for longer than 5 seconds.
Yeah, I feel like they kind of make it last. Like, they obviously, like, they butt heads at the beginning of the series, but then they have a falling out at the end of season 1 when she finds out Ava sent that, like, bad email. Or she didn't know that right away. Then she found out. So then they're fighting, and she's, like, sent her a restraining order. Yeah. But they were kind of still close.
No, like, even when they were going through that, they were, like, still.
And she removed the restraining order. Then she's like, I just want to be where you are. And then in season 3, they were close pretty much the whole time, like, once they came back together. But then it was, like, this was, like, crazy levels of betrayal. Because it was, like, A, I create a monster, and B, like, you're threatening my dream. Yeah. Which is a crazy bookend of, like, oh, I can't lose this because of you. And it's like, but I also can't lose you because of this.
Yeah. Like, what the hell is that?
What the hell is that? Wait, I have a line from the first episode, and he definitely doesn't know they're fighting. Women supporting women, that's where it's at. Was he talking about them, Jimmy?
Yeah. Women supporting women.
Oh, like, I was so glad you guys did this, women supporting women.
And like, he doesn't know?
Then I think he finds out.
Yeah.
She just called you the C word, not in a cool RuPaul way, but an angry boomer way.
Yeah.
Confirmed boomer. So fucking funny. I wish I wrote more throughout the season because there's always so many great like lines that I also never put who says some of these things. Like I'm like, oh, I'll remember, and now I don't because it's not specific enough.
Yeah.
So I remember this exchange though. It's Ava and like the showrunner guy. Where she like says something about him being gay. He's like, you can't assume that I'm gay. He's like, okay, but there's a picture of you marrying a man in your office. And he goes, you don't know who that man is. So funny.
You don't know who that man is.
And then I have all caps, I don't give a fuck about the Bates Motel. And then how dare you, which I'm assuming is when she's on the tour bus thing.
Yeah. She's hanging on to the
which is funny that was said in that episode. I forgot about that. And then they're actually, Jimmy and Kayla are with Norman Bates at the Bates Motel. And then lastly, I just have a quote that's Jimmy going, because I think women are where it's at. It's feminist.
Jimmy's the biggest feminist.
Love him.
Jimmy's something.
Jimmy is truly something. And I love him so much.
Truly something.
Did I say this out loud or did I just think of it? I'm like, am I attracted to Jimmy?
Did you? I don't think you said it about
I think I thought about it. Because I said that about Ike last week.
About Ike, yeah.
I think I just like have such fun. I think it's truly the meme where it's like you come to me in a vision at Papa's Orchard. There's no sexual urges, but I'm very fond of you.
Very fond.
That's how I feel about him.
Yeah. I feel that.
I
think it's so cool that he writes. Like it's crazy.
He's so funny.
Crazy.
I think they all.
Jimmy.
And he's so. I wish he got like a. I wonder if he's gotten nominated for supporting actor before because I feel like he should also get his flowers for acting on the show. His line deliveries take me out. So funny, and then him and Kayla dynamic.
Kayla's too, like everything she says is so funny.
I have some stuff about them in episode 2. Oh my god, see, some of these lines don't make sense. She's nuts. I'm not nuts. I'm quirky. Is that Jimmy and Kayla? Or is that Kayla? Jimmy and Kayla casually saying "I love you" while she's walking out of the room, and she's like "love you," and he's like "love you too." They did an interview recently where they were talking about like how some people ship them and like they're like things like that, and they're like, we don't really see them romantically, but I get how other people do because they have such a romantic relationship without it being intimate. They're like, I can't see them going on dates, but I can see them married with kids.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait. So true. She was like, I don't think that they would ever be together, but if Jimmy got a girlfriend, she would slash her tires. Is what Meg Stalter said. I'm like, yes, I like this for them.
That's the exact energy.
I feel like she really encapsulated that perfectly because I'm like, I just like love them together so much. And when at the end, when they're like, we're a couple.
We're a couple.
But like,
and then he's like, we're not a couple.
Like, I like the ambiguous. You know what word I'm trying to say. I can't say it. Like, it's ambiguous, but like it's not like one or the other. Like it's just kind of they are a duo, and like don't it's a set. Do not separate them.
Yeah,
they come together.
That's how, like, we've said this before, but that's how I feel about them and Ava and Deborah, because like it's like, I don't know, it's like a secret third thing. Like it's not like, it's just like so it's like not familial, powerful that it's it's like a secret. I feel it's just like they're both like insane duos. I think like it's one of those things probably for both of them. Yeah, where it's like romance would almost ruin it in a way where it's like it takes away from how special it is if you're just like, oh, they're a couple. To have like so much stuff without like feeling so like great about them without like kissing or like like their scenes are so powerful without like any, like, because it's like makes it more special that it isn't driven by like, oh, I'm in love with you. It's driven by just like this true just like care, platonic or whatever, platonic soulmate. Yeah, and it's like, and I feel like people obviously get this criticism of like why people are like homophobic people will use this to be like, these characters shouldn't be together because it's like we need to see true female friendship, and it's but that's kind of how I feel about them, where it's like it is such a unique relationship, especially like the generational gap, where it's like it is cool to see that relationship exist and it not be romantic. And I'm a huge like supporter, like we need more romance these days, because it seems like no one wants to kiss these days. But I feel like for them specifically, not that I would be against it if it happened, but I just think it is more special the way that it is. But yeah, and it's like it's like a rom-com without the rom. Yeah, like we said, and like if they're both of those relations are work relationships, so that would also be kind of weird. Yeah, or like I don't know, it would just like take away something. Yeah, I agree. What the show is about, like they're both so perfect, like they're imperfect, but like the dynamics are perfect to watch as they are. They feel somehow stronger than romance to me. Like just like the things they say and do together, like, or for each other, and like how I'm like, what is this? Yeah, it's so special, and obviously it's not without its romance. Like we were kind of saying, like you can see it with Jimmy and Kayla, and obviously like there's been like acknowledgement of that from season 1 when she was like dreaming about kissing Deborah. Like it's not completely void of that. Yeah. But it's like you said, it's like a third thing. It's its own thing, and it's so special that it's almost like I don't want it to go in so many different directions. It just is. It really just is, and I love it. Yeah. Like, I love it. Like, it's too good. It's so good. Oh. In episode 2, Ava, I'm trying to make your life easier. That's what I was about to say. Oh, kill yourself. That's so funny. What the fuck? Like, I'm trying to make... Like, so sorry that, like, you can't put them in a box. Like, that's them. That was so brutal. Like, but it's, like, so funny. I'm upset. Kill yourself. Like, sorry, like, that's probably not the healthiest romantic relationship, but that's perfect for them. That's another thing. Like, they're so toxic. Like, everything about them is, like, they're the one really toxic relationship I really support. Like, like, it's so toxic. It's so toxic, but at the same time, they're making each other so much better. Yeah. Like, in the one episode, they pointed this out in the after show where they were like, they're both retreating to things that they shouldn't be doing. Like, Ava wanting to make the show so niche, but Deborah wanting to just appeal to all and try, like, to just please everyone. Yeah. And it's like they are both making each other better by Ava realizing you don't need to be like niche or like too politically driven, all these blah 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 things, and Deborah doing the opposite. Like they make each other better, they make each other funnier, and they care so much about each other. So it's a weird middle ground of like they're so fucking toxic. No, like they need what's her name by their side at all times in their fucking swear jar, beating the shit out of her. She's like, I'm going to a facility. She has to go check herself in because of these people. Honestly, a moment for her. What's her name? I can't think of anyone's name. Is it like Sheila or something? Something. It's like that, but not. I think I'm close, but might not be right. So she had Stacy. I knew it was an S. Mm-hmm. Okay, she's so funny. Like she had great lines. I wish I maybe have written some of them down, but like that poor woman by the end of it, like free her. No, and honestly, we were like, this is so funny. Like
like, and like, I feel like that was the point of it. Like, they are such an unhealthy workplace dynamic that, like, putting them with an HR representative, they're fucked. Yeah. And they realize that. They're like, we can't really, like, be authentic and shoot the shit, because it's like, we're not trying to make offensive jokes, but, like, that's our dynamic, like, to get there. Mm-hmm. And then when they lock themselves in the stairwell later.
Yes, to get away from.
And they were like, you guys didn't try moving the chair? And they're like, oh, I didn't think of that. And Stacey was like, okay. Stacey's so silly.
Stacey's like, fuck this.
Justice for Stacey, though.
Poor Stacey.
Oh my god, I forgot. Ava moving into the mall, basically. I'm gonna get my titties pierced at Claire's, Kayla. When Deborah went, you're not funny enough to dress like Adam Sandler.
When she's going down.
You know Glendale is my turf. I haven't finished my Barnes & Noble Cafe coffee. So funny. That was a great, when they were like, we need a truce, but they were still being toxic for a few more episodes. They're like, okay. I was like, oh no, we're trucing after 2 episodes, but they didn't fully.
Like
they were fighting.
When they were hugging and Ava thought it was real, and then the smile were on camera. I'm like, oh,
my Kiki's karma edit.
Oh, no, that was so good. I watched that 10 times a day.
Oh my god, it's so good. If you know, you know. That episode 3 was so good. It's the Vegas one. When Deborah's like, I'm leaving the bus. And if something happens, I won't know. And like the drugs, and they was like, yeah, let's do drugs. So funny. That whole episode was so good. Like that felt very like ensemble of like the writers, and we got like sporadic moments with them, but I really enjoyed the writer room dynamic, which now I'm like, oh damn, we won't have them.
Yeah.
Because we already were talking about it. Her crash out was so funny over them ordering the Mrs. Table food. But I also really liked that whole episode where they're doing like the retreat and like Deborah being mean to them. And then when they're both like, God, in the hallway. Yeah. So funny. Our one guy from Abbott that we did not trust.
Yes.
Because he was on Abbott.
Yeah.
They were blackmailing him.
So I was like, I don't trust you.
But he was
like nice on this.
Yeah, he was silly on this. And then I loved the moment at the end of that episode where they're like, they realize like what the opening should be. And it's like Deborah getting out of late night jail, and they're all like riffing off of each other. No, the one guy's kind of still a riff killer, but not really. And they kind of fired him, but not really. I love that. I thought that was so sweet. And like Deborah and Ava both thinking it was funny. And then there was another episode later. I think it was the one where Ava's ex came, and like Deborah was being really mean and like change all the jokes.
That was crazy.
Well, all I was gonna say is the first part of that was when Ava was freaking out, what else? And writing down all the jokes. She had her little braids.
That's what
But then, what's her name? Ruby being there, and then Deborah telling the proposal story, which was so fucking funny last season, but to make her say that on late night, crazy.
That's when I was like, all right, Ava's crash out is so
earned and valid.
Because that was like brutal to watch.
Yeah.
And like her. Like that's stabbing somebody.
No, especially because like it's also like if you think about it on the outside, if you saw like a celebrity telling this story, I'd kind of feel sad too. Yeah. Even if I didn't know Ava.
And Ava's like watching
and like crying.
Like what the? Yeah, I'm like Ava.
Didn't she just break up with her threesome?
Yeah. So like all that shit happened at once.
Yeah.
She was having like the worst time, and then she crashed out, and I'm like, this is so well deserved.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, hold on, I'm gonna get us there.
Wait, sorry, but when she. Oh, are we going before that?
I'm trying to like just check off stuff in order before you forget everything.
I was just gonna say when she goes, "Where's my hug?"
Yeah, and then like pushes the iPad off the wall. So that funny.
She's so good.
Hannah Einbinder. We're getting her an Emmy this season.
Yeah.
Like I refuse. Like who else deserves it more than her?
Yeah.
Like I love the Abbott girlies, Io and what's her name? Tina. Yeah. I can't think of her real name right now. I can only remember one or the other these days.
Tina Fiction.
Liza. They've both won. Mm-hmm. This is Hannah's year.
Please.
I really think it's Hannah's year. I feel it in my bones, and if I'm wrong, kill me.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Oh, kill yourself.
No, I'm gonna kill yourself. And then kill yourself.
The mayor whipping out the gun when they were in Vegas and they meet up with Loretta, and she's like, I used to play trivia with this bitch. Ava scootering to the strip club because they left her there. So episode 4 is when she sees Carol Burnett at the doctor's, which was so sweet, and Carol Burnett calling her kid, like, so sweet.
That's the episode where they're like, I'll pick one person in the audience.
Yep. It's like all you need to do is focus on one person. Everyone else just goes away.
Shit.
And like you kind of feel it coming, but like just the way they did it was like so subtle, so simple, and like the quiet laughter of both of them.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful.
Cinema,
Goosebumps.
television. Dare I say fucking television? Fuck the movies. I hope Grandpa made 6 burgers. What is it? Oh. When they're both at their after parties by themselves.
Yeah,
and then she goes to the gay club with Damien, and we were comparing it to Parks and Rec. Everyone here is just stone cold gay. And then they fucking drug her with poppers, passes out.
They give her poppers against her.
And that led to one of my favorite scenes, which was them watching the debut in the hospital together.
Emergency.
Yeah, I should have changed my emergency cut. Like, are you kidding?
What the hell?
Like, what the hell is this? There is no heterosexual explanation for this, but also, it's just them.
No, that's literally how I feel because, also it's like, it's literally just them.
It's just them. And whatever happens, happens.
They have a secret thing that I literally can't even explain.
They don't know about the things we do. They don't know about the I love you. Sorry. Okay. Then episode 5 is Kimmel. Well, so she tries to corner Kristen Bell at the grocery store.
Yeah. And
it's like, you should do my show instead of Kimmel, and then Kimmel gets pissed. And that was honestly hilarious. Like we were talking about with the studio, love someone who can play themselves and make fun of themselves.
Like, he was being an asshole.
Like, sometimes I go back and forth with Jimmy Kimmel, but I really liked him.
He was kind of
very funny. And then I think this was the Dance Mom episode.
Dance Mom.
Yeah. Which, we have yet to watch Paradise, but I'm going to crack up watching that actress be serious in Paradise, since this is how I'm introduced
Knowing her as Dance Mom.
Yeah.
It's like...
Just general, her story, Some people didn't like it. I thought it was funny.
I thought it was funny.
Jimmy and Kayla needed something outside of Ava and Deborah.
And that's so, like, a TikToker who's, like she's a dance mom, but she's not really a mom. Like, it's so... And she's really, like... Now that she has money and she's like crashing out.
Crashing out on the Desperate Housewives set.
Yeah.
The cocaine scene, again, taking about the studio, forcing cocaine. And they're like, you need to do it up her butt. And Jimmy's like, I'm not doing that. Only from you, Jimmy. Like, right. I fucking love, like, no one can complain. They're so funny. Jimmy and Kayla doing anything is so funny. And some of that stuff, though, did lead to some of my favorite and least favorite things, which was how sad Jimmy was when he found out that Ava and Deborah were close again.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, but then Kayla almost leaving, so he almost loses Kayla, has his own crash out. Ava and Jimmy both earned crash outs of the season, and driving off the set.
Yeah.
Him swerving
through the thing. I was like, oh no, it's gonna happen again.
Of course,
Jimmy had this swerve.
Of course, Jimmy would be respectable about it. But it led to, like, I really love the scene where Kayla defends him and from Deva, basically Deborah and Ava. And she, like, makes, someone pointed this out on Twitter, the way she makes fun of, like Hannah Einbinder's, like, hand movement.
Yeah.
So funny. And then also, shout out Robbie Hoffman. I hope we see more of them next season.
I want more of them.
Such a funny addition to that dynamic. Yeah. Like, perfect casting.
Like, perfect.
So funny. But then when, I don't even remember what's Robbie's name on the show. Again, I don't fucking know anything. But they tell Kayla that they finally decided and, like, honed in on the name. Jimmy ordered the Schaefer and Lusac because he knew that it would be nice for Kayla's name to go first. Like, it's like one of those things where, like, from the beginning, it feels like Kayla obviously likes him more than he likes her, but he loves her. Yeah, he loves her. I love them. Fuck. Yeah, I love that. Was a really good, I feel like, storyline with both of them this season.
Was when shit was going down. Like, is it that episode where, well, Jimmy or Kayla's gonna leave, and then Deborah fires or gets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick before that, the Mrs. Table beach scene. Also, I have to say, the threesome scene.
Oh,
I was watching that with my mom.
That's so funny.
More than a bitch.
No, I'm thinking because I want to watch it with my mom. But I don't want to watch that with her.
Just
I'm all talk about this one. I don't want to watch it with my mom. But
there's a line.
Yeah.
On the things I will and will not watch with my mom, and I was not prepared. Usually I watch the show and then watch it with her, but I had happened to be home with her, and I was not prepared.
Wait, what episode is that? Is that like far in?
It's 5. It's the Kimmel, Kristen Bell, and Anthony Porowski episode.
I'm like, okay, Mom, watch 5 episodes without me. But I want to see. I'm like, just watch these.
I think this is the way to do it. I've done this. We've talked about this. Is you strategically leave. Strategically time for a bathroom break, snack, whatever you need to do.
I'm just like, I'm gonna head out, and then it happens right away. And then I come back perfectly on time. I'm like, oh, what happened?
So funny, and it's like so obviously. Like, I literally went as the scene came on. It's like we don't want to be doing this either, but we're also all adults. But it's also like, ugh.
But I just
there's just certain things where it's like if it's like really graphic, and it wasn't the most, but for this show,
yeah,
it was probably their most like intense scene. So I was like, oh. No. So morning, strategically planned to leave if you're watching this with your mom. Yep. Yeah. I feel like I was something else. But I think then, so the next episode is Mrs. Table. Mm-hmm. So she has her crash out, and then they go to the beach. Mm-hmm. And
that whole thing was so beautiful.
And it's the perfect example of something that's so emotional. Of Deborah's running in her coat into the cold water for her.
Yeah.
Risking her life. And then Ava comes up and goes, I'm not suicidal, I just want to die. Like, it's so funny. I'm not suicidal. But so emotional at the same time. And then realizing, like, she literally can't do this without her. Like, that was a great scene. That should get them both Emmys. Yeah. Jean Smart's getting an Emmy, again, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No complaints. No notes. People are always like, why did she watch the show then?
No, like, she delivers.
If you watch the show and don't think you deserve it, you're dumb. And if you're questioning why she deserves it, then watch the show. Yeah. Sorry, you're missing out on television history.
Any of their, like, emotional, like, scenes are just, like, top tier acting.
That's what I tell people, like, this show. Magic. There are so many shows where it's like being funny is the goal. So there's like sitcoms, like they're less focused on plot. And I always said, like, for example, like Parks and Rec, I always felt like had more of a plot than some other sitcoms because like Leslie's character always had like these goals. But a lot of times it's just like slice of life, things are happening. Mm-hmm. This show does a good job of being so fucking funny where it's like if you're looking for a comedy, this is for you. But if you also just like want something to sink your teeth in with a good story, this show is for you. It has both. It has everything. It is like so. Like, has heart. That's why I feel like it's, like, a show I love so much because it has all those things.
And it does it, like, all so well. Like, it's not, like, half-assing anything.
Nope. Ugh. So that was great. And then that fallout led to part of Jimmy's crash out, not knowing they made up. Mm-hmm. But then the christening was a great episode. Like, we kind of already talked about it. Loved Ava getting to be the godmom. It was so cute. But then Deborah and, DJ's relationship and DJ going up to be like a part of the church. She was gagged and then they spill the wine on the poor priest. But then she's just doing it to promote her jewelry line. She's like, well, at least I've still got you somehow. But they also have such like an interesting relationship. But I'm not sure if Kayla Olsen's ever won. She always gets nominated for guest actress. But I also, if she hasn't won already, she should win. Because I love her. Even like, I wish we saw her more. That's basically my only complaint is I wish there was more of every character except for, I feel like, the core four, which is Jimmy, Kayla, Deborah, and Ava. Mm-hmm. Like, I love all the side characters. And the baby.
The grown-ass baby.
Yeah. My next guest. That's all what I wrote in the christening episode. I wrote more Marcus.
More Marcus, please.
Yeah. Then Jimmy crashes out in 8. He crashes out in 8 or 9. Maybe early in 9.
The crash out.
Also, in that episode, in 8 is when Ava's mom comes and tries to get her pregnant.
Yeah, that was what I'm gonna get. I can get.
She should also get an Emmy. I can get my daughter pregnant. I can get Ava pregnant. Like, she got the lawsuit money, and now I can get Ava pregnant. That's so funny. She's always so good.
Yeah, I like their dynamic's interesting too. Like,
yeah. Her mom's had a lot of growth too.
Yeah.
Love. So she doesn't always get anything right. Doesn't always get everything right, but her heart is.
But then she listens, and she listens.
Yeah, and it's literally just the blueprint of like what any decent person should do. Like, you're not gonna get everything right. That shouldn't prevent you from trying. Yeah. And then like, if someone tells you no, that's not what I want. Like in this case, Ava probably not wanting kids, then her mom's like, okay, I see why you love this job so much, and I see why you care more about this. Mm-hmm. Easy as that.
Beautiful. I can get Ava pregnant.
It's so funny.
Like, huh?
Like, her trying to like set her up with like one of like the grips or something on the show. She's like, "Can I get your number from my daughter?" It's crazy. Love her though.
She's putting in the work.
But then everything's going well, and the show's doing so good. It goes number 1. But then, you know who has to come back right that time? Bob Lipka. Bob Summer.
The Bob.
Another Bob has entered the villa.
Bob.
But a bad Bob. And I was actually like, he's so sexy. Where is he? Just for him to come back.
Just to be the worst person you've ever met.
And he's like, well, the first gag of the century is like her kind of confiding him about like Winnie wanting to make a spinoff and like really pressuring her. And he's like, okay, I'll tell her to lay off. By laying her off! By firing Winnie. No. I was actually starting to stan.
I know.
Like, Winnie kind of stressed me out, but she truly was like, I just wanted to help Deborah. Like, that's all I was trying to do.
Yeah.
I loved her. Love Helen Hunt.
Winnie. Winnie.
Yeah, so justice for Winnie.
Justice for Winnie.
And Deborah was like, oh, what happened? And her coming out in that, like, in the throne
and then
or whatever.
I was like, what?
And Ava going, oh no, am I next?
I was like, oh, finally it's going well. And then they throw you another.
We literally were like, it's episode 7 or 8. We're like, and they're number 1.
Happen?
And then.
And Ava's face, like, at the.
Everyone was scared out of their wits.
Oh.
And then Bob is like all involved now. You know that's not going well. White man.
Bob made it dark as hell.
No. And then they're like, we have to bring this guy that's in our movie studio, but has assault allegations, of course. Mm-hmm. Deborah makes one joke about it. God forbid.
God forbid.
They cut that. Ava, God forbid, has to complain to Aristotle. Exactly. And then, God forbid, he has to talk about it on his show.
God forbid.
Last week with John Oliver, basically.
I'm so sorry.
Because he makes a show once a week.
Yeah.
And so we can play basketball a lot, and then Ava chucks the basketball. And then
throw me the rock.
God forbid Bob Litka finds out. God forbid is losing all meaning.
God forbid. We said God forbid.
I'm not making any sense what I'm saying here right now. And then he finds out. God forbid a girl tells her friend. And God forbid they make a late night show about it. And God forbid that affects Bob Lipka's life. So he's like, you gotta fire Ava or the show's over. And then they did that such a fun way where you're like, you know Deborah's up to something. And she goes and apologizes to Jimmy, and she's like, I know what I have to do. And both of them were eating so bad.
They were eating.
Jimmy was like, that's when I was like, I think that was the moment where I was like, am I attracted to Jimmy?
Fighting him?
Bob Lipka? Yeah.
Fighting Bob Lipka?
He was like, I can't let you do that.
Locking Ava
They're listening to me. I don't even know why the men in the TV studio were listening to him, but I was like, this slaps. And they were like hand-to-hand combat on the ground. So good. And he's like beat up when he sees Kayla.
Exactly.
So funny. That's why I'm like, kiss, but also, I don't kiss.
We're
a couple and we're not a couple.
But we're not a couple. We're not a couple.
They're so good. They're so funny. I feel like that scene perfectly like encapsulates them. But then, yeah, she has her big speech about someone coming for one of the people she loves.
Crossing a line.
And Ava, like, running from the was it the Oscars? The Oscars. Running.
Girl was running.
And then, like, the security
woman.
Honestly, honorable mention to her. She kind of slayed this season.
Yeah.
Always had a good scene. And then they were like, I'm just going to look the other way.
Crazy. Like, she couldn't get back on the lot.
Yeah.
Like
so the drama.
For a moment, that would, like, be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, the worst.
And Hannah did that without watching it. It was like green screened in.
Oh shoot.
Because like they obviously couldn't like do that consecutively, so she was just like reacting to nothing. So I think she was acting down. Reacting to Paul reading her the lines.
That's funny.
What an episode. That's like my favorite episode of the season.
Yeah.
And we were literally like, what could possibly happen next?
Yeah, that really did feel like a finale.
It was so good. And the drama of him jumping in front of the car, being like, you gave this up for her. Scary. But then you gave this up for her. Drama, that's tea. That's rom-com. And then what? She can't work for 18 months because she has a non-compete in her contract.
Of course.
So we're like, what the fuck is going to happen? Then we go to the finale.
And then we go to the finale.
Which was interesting.
It was interesting.
It was like a good episode. I was talking to my coworker. I feel like I liked the episode, but part of me wishes that 9 was the finale.
Yeah.
And
it started with that.
Yeah.
Because it felt like a start of, it did feel like the start of the season, like trying to set a new thing up. Yeah. It didn't feel like, whoosh.
Yeah. Like, I really think one season they did 9 or 8 episodes. I feel like they could have done the same thing with this if they felt like the story was complete. So it's interesting that they felt like they had to still end the season with that stuff.
Yeah. But if they left it with just her knocking on the door after thinking she's dead and they left it, I would have like that would have been a good cliffhanger, but also I would have
I see
died. Like if I had to wait to see.
That's my only thing is I feel like I would have been devastated to wait, but I guess there's like this knowledge like they can't kill Deborah like that. Because then what? Like I guess there's a world in which they killed Logan Roy, and we had the whole season without him. But I feel like this show's different.
How do you kill Deborah?
You can't yet. Because it was actually crazy. Before we knew that was gonna happen, I said something like that. Yeah. I was like, "What if the show ends with her dying?" And then that was happening. I was like, "Well, not yet. I was kidding. But like, part of me was just kind of like underwhelmed, just because I feel like their seasons always end with such a big
they're always big
kind of cliffhanger, not necessarily cliffhanger, but like they kind of do, especially 1 and 3 did. So I feel like that would have hit harder if they ended that way, or like I said, if 9 had been the finale. Yeah. Like, that would have felt, because it felt like a finale, and it was so, like, built up and amped up that, like, 10 was a good episode, but when you just come off a 9, it feels like a little let down.
After 9, we literally had to check to see if
it was the finale.
We were like, wait.
Yeah.
That felt like, Because that episode, like, was good, but it coming from, like, that much drama and, like,
yeah. And I feel like I won't
adrenaline.
be as, like, not that I'm annoyed, but, like, I won't feel this way once we have 5, because then I feel like 5 will pick back up and be, like, amazing. Yeah. But I think, that being, like, the last episode was just kind of, like...
I was like, okay.
Damn, I guess we just gotta wait for bigger
stuff.
I'll wait. It would have been such
Singapore forever.
Her running. People are like, Anna Einbinder and Adam Scott, like, just running.
Literally running.
So funny.
Oh my god.
But it was, I did enjoy the episode, like, separately from that fact. Like, their montage in Singapore, her finding the loophole, her kind of resorting back to, like, old shit. So her kind of deciding, okay, this isn't my legacy.
Depressed at the gift shop. And then not even choosing diva or queen, just
girl.
Girl.
Yeah.
Just girl.
It was, like, good. Like, their emotions, their dynamic.
And I think it is, like, well, from Ava seeing, like, oh, she's dead, she once again feels like, oh my god, like, this can't happen. And then also Deborah feeling like, oh, this can't be my legacy. Like, it sets up, like...
Yeah. Because now their relationship... went from, oh, she, like, loves me, she would, like, she felt probably so solidified in their relationship because of the shit she sacrificed for her, but that also, who knows, that could be something that Deborah feels, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Resentful over, even though she made the choice. So it'll be interesting to see how their relationship continues to pan out. But they were also, then they were fighting again, like, the way she was like, you don't have any fucking friends, and she's right, like, this shouldn't be Ava's entire...
She's
circle.
like, I'm your only friend. That's weird.
That's weird. And, like, she's like, I've lived such a full life, and look at you.
She's like, I was like, damn, she's brutal.
I mean, that's kind of what the reason why Ruby and her broke up is, like, Ava centers Deborah so much in her life, which is, like, so fair. But, like, it's like, okay, what else can Ava do? Like, it'd be cool to see Ava create a show. I was wondering before they did the Singapore thing if they would flip and, like, Ava would start doing stand-up.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm very curious because, like, they set up late night was her dream. So then, what comes after that?
So what's her next dream?
Who knows?
I'm gonna cry.
And, like, how much time has passed? Because they implied that they were in Singapore for months.
They were there for
probably not 18 months, but a while.
They were having so much fun at first, and then
when
they just started getting like,
and it was like Deborah falling asleep on stage. Damn, ma. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very curious and excited. Season 5, we already have secured. No surprise there. Winning Emmys, breaking records, so good. Still being, I think, one of the best shows, even if, like, the season finale wasn't my favorite season finale, but I feel like this whole overall season was so great. Yeah. And I'm excited to see what they do next.
Yeah.
Love them. And I hope, I wrote this down. The scene where they're watching that building get demolished, and it's, Marcus, his mom, and her friend, and, what's his name? No one even
and my man.
And my man. Love him though. They're like, Vegas isn't fun anymore. Like, why aren't there any, like, more kitschy, like, hotels? So I'm like, is Marcus gonna buy a hotel?
Ooh.
Will Deborah
maybe
perform at that hotel?
Ooh.
In 18 months? 12 months? Whatever the hell.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like they were implying stuff. And also, you know, we saw Christopher McDonald 1 second.
Yeah, they brought him in for literally 2 minutes.
Great love him. I don't know really how I fully feel about him, but I kind of feel comforted. He's like, so it's just like one of those characters that was there so much at the beginning.
Yeah.
So, like, seeing any of them, Marcus, him, Populu, like, I hope we see more of all of them next season if they come back to Vegas more.
He came to go stay at my resort
in Hawaii, for her to trick Ava. Ava take her Xanax.
Ava knocks out for 20 years.
So funny. She was like, it's actually what's the word? Aloha. I was like, Ava.
No, Deborah is having a full-on panic attack, and Ava's just fucking
yapping about spa.
Send me to the moon.
So funny.
Like, she's talking so fast. It's
just so funny. That was earlier in the episode when she shows up and she's like, do like a fun and flirty vacation girl, and she's like, you look like Ace Ventura, Best Detective. Josephina said that. So funny. Love them. Yeah, I'm excited. This show is so funny, so much heart. I love their dynamic. It's so not fully love-hate, but kind of like they're always back and forth at each other.
They are very back and forth.
Like I said, they went from like Deborah making the ultimate sacrifice to her being like, you're a loser, basically.
Yeah. It's like, damn, I shouldn't have given it away.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I feel like that's gonna stick with them.
And that was a lot to give away.
Yeah.
And then her being like a workaholic, pretty much, like, she doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't know how to not work.
She doesn't know how to not work.
Yeah, I'm so interested because I genuinely, like, I don't know, like, what they'll have her do next.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like eventually stand up again, but she just physically can't for however many more months. I don't know what her legacy will be.
She needs a legacy, but so does Ava.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be so interesting. I'm excited. When Ava was like, I'm gonna suck Bob Luca's dick, Jimmy's like, you can't do that. She's like, you don't think I could?
You don't think I could? No.
Good job. No.
No, Ava.
I love them all so much.
Ava.
This is the best show.
This is the best show.
Best show. I'm excited. More people need to watch this. I feel like not enough people I know personally watch this.
This pod better get us some views.
Come on, like and subscribe. Let's go. Where's Hacks Nation at?
Oh yeah, literally. I feel like Hacks. Like I see a lot of Hacks fans, but where the fuck are they?
I'm gonna have to tweet.
I'm gonna have to join them.
I have to join the discourse. Like everyone, tune in. Should we speed round highs and lows as fast as we possibly can?
Yeah.
Characters.
Okay, well, I just said that like everybody.
Me too. I literally wrote Ava, Deborah, Jimmy, Kayla.
Yeah, that's what I wrote. The core four, like,
The big
literally
four.
all of them.
Yeah.
I can't pick.
Obviously, we love Marcus and everyone too, but
yeah,
these are the 4 people that are on the show.
Yeah,
at this point.
No, literally, they're the main.
Least.
President scandal looking ass.
Yeah, Bob Lipka. President scandal looking ass. He looked good doing it though.
He looked good, but he was evil.
I literally was like, when they were number 1, I'm like, okay, something's gonna happen with Bob, and I didn't think it would be like I thought him and her sleeping together was gonna come out. No.
Nope.
You had to fire Ava.
That.
Damn.
Fire my girl.
Yeah. Favorite moments or episodes?
I said I didn't like them fighting, but I liked them fighting. Like,
yeah, it was good TV.
It was good TV, and it was, yeah, I like how they did that.
Mm-hmm.
And Robbie Hoffman.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the Vegas episode.
Mm-hmm.
Ava's crash out with Mrs. Table.
I literally have that exact Ava's crash out about Mrs. Table.
Literally just all the Ava and Deborah moments that were like I would pick one person in the audience and just
I have that.
Like, ugh.
I have that.
The hospital.
The
scene,
hospital scene. Literally have that. The beach scene.
Beach scene.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy and Kit, like just Jimmy, like literally anytime they're together.
Yeah, I have the Schaefer and Lusac sign.
Yeah.
And then the cocaine scene.
Yes, the cocaine scene. Yeah, that was good.
I need a straightener. Your hair looks fine. No, cocaine.
No, cocaine.
So funny.
Jesus. Yeah, and just in episode 9.
That's what the first thing I wrote. The only other thing I wrote was Ava and her mom's. Like,
yes.
Walking down the studio lot.
Yes.
Least?
When Ava goes, I just wrote jokes for her.
Oh. Or
that one hurt. Like,
I just thought of this.
Each other like that.
Yeah, or when she sees her with her throuple.
Yeah.
And she's like, I hope you guys are tuning in. And they're like, and Ava's like, I told them to watch when it gets good. Like, that cut deep, you know. And Anthony Porowski was just up there.
Yeah.
When her hair gets stuck and Anthony's like, dead. So funny.
Oh, wait, back to favorite moments. The sex shop. Where she
that was really funny. And then she has to come return it.
And she can't.
And he's like, you just saw.
What do you think I used in the park?
With the plastic on? He's like, people have. And the people that were like, we'll drive you. I was like, oh, they're so cool. So I'm glad they stuck around. But then when they broke up with her and the guy was like, you did good setting those boundaries, babe.
You did good.
They were funny.
Okay.
I like that little subplot for Ava.
Marcus barely being in it.
Yeah.
Thinking Deborah was dead for a moment. Didn't like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've got Winnie getting fired.
Yeah.
Bob wanting to fire Ava.
Yeah, that was...
The dog almost getting hurt.
Yep.
And then Jimmy being sad when he realized they didn't tell him. I was like, put some respect on Jimmy's name.
Put some respect.
My feminist.
My main feminist. Oh, when they're like, you're not... Jimmy's like, you don't tell, like, with Ava and Deborah, are they at a restaurant? Where are they?
When he finds out they're at a restaurant.
Yeah. And he's like,
That also sent me because Deborah and Ava are just besties. They're like, should we split
They're
this?
like, yeah. Like, he
Are we
they're
splitting
fighting. He's like, what the hell? He's like,
Love.
Uh,
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being most unserious the show could be, what would you rate it?
6.
I said 7.
7.
6.5.
6.5.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I wonder what we rated it last time.
Yeah. It's an interesting show to rate.
Yeah. Because it's like, it's at the end of the day, it's funny.
At the end of the day, it's all funny.
Yeah.
It is.
Would you recommend the show?
No.
No, not at
It's
all.
mine.
Gatekeep.
It's literally
Gaslight, gatekeep,
mine.
girl boss.
No,
Girl. Yeah, everyone should watch
recommend
it.
this show.
There are very few shows.
I do recommend this show.
When I was at my vendor event, the vendor came over to me and was like, as I was leaving, she's like, oh my God, I just want to talk to you and ask you what you're watching. I said, thank you.
Hacks.
That's what I said. I said The Pit and Hacks.
The Pit and the Hacks.
Yep.
The Hacks.
Emmy's sweet, but also Severance. Oh my God, it's going to hurt like a bitch. All right. It's time for our final segment. Game time with Megan and Bree. But except we're gambling in a different way. We are going to gamble on our choices at Pop Mart. So we're going to Pop Mart.
Yeah. Hey guys, we made it to the little Google store. Pop Mart. Who is that? Arcane.
You have to get it.
Jinx. These are crazy.
I kind of like the one with the duck.
I like the cherry with the little hat.
Yeah. I'm getting this. And then I have to feel for the Star Wars. Do I go right in the middle? Or do I go like... I think like middle left. I think middle left.
Middle left.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, Bree.
Okay, I'm gonna get...
How do you even think? You have to feel which one's right.
I break them. I think I'm
Does
going
that
right
feel
here.
right?
It feels really right.
All right. I'm getting a swing. Okay, Bree, you pick
You're
it.
a swinger. I pick it?
Yeah. Which one feels like Pluto? That one feels like Pluto? Okay, perfect. We're back from Pop Mart.
That's so funny.
So this really is a big stretch, but there's no BuzzFeed quiz. We played Blackjack last time, and we're hosting our own show already, if you think about it.
Yeah.
So we decided Deborah likes to collect things.
Yeah.
So we got some collectible items, and we're gambling to see if we're going to get the items we want, if you think about it like
we're
that.
gambling.
This is the new Vegas.
Really think about,
Spending money and seeing if it works out.
Exactly. That's what we're doing here.
So follow me on TikTok because I got a couple other things, but we're opening our Disney ones on the pod today. Which one do you have?
Andy's room. What do I want?
Yeah, read the options. What do we got going on?
We have Rex, Buzz Lightyear, Aliens Rainbow, Bo Peep, Woody, Slinky Dog, Aliens Eat Cookies. So there's 2 aliens, one rainbows and eat cookies.
I want cookies.
And I don't know.
Sorry, I'm hungry.
Jessie or Secret.
The secret ones are very scary, honestly. So which one do you want?
I feel like I either want the Slinky Dog or Jessie.
Jessie would be cunty.
I don't want Buzz. I want Woody. Like, I'd pick Woody.
Okay. You famously say the one you want the most and the one you want the least.
Yeah, I don't want Buzz Lightyear at all. Sorry, Tim.
You're good.
Alan.
You're just really coming on to
I feel
Alan
like that's
haters.
the one. Like, okay, out of the aliens ones, there's like a rainbow and a cookie, and I'd take the rainbow.
Okay, yeah, Pride
That's
Month.
Cute, Pride. But I feel like the aliens maybe are the least that I want.
Yeah, after Buzz.
But if I had to get one, it better be the fucking rainbow.
Okay.
Honestly, they're all really cute.
They're cute. Can I look?
Yeah, so I can't really complain.
I
I kind of want the secret one, because what is it?
Yeah, what is it? That's why I'm like, if it was Bullseye, I'd cry.
Yeah.
Like, I love him.
Buzz.
That's so on
Okay,
brand
you
for
can
me.
have it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, they're very cute in like the little rooms. There's one where it's like these classic Disney rooms that has like Tinkerbell and Marie from Aristocats, and they didn't have any of those. I will say my one critique is like, I get that it's because it's a big thing right now, especially Labubu's.
I want to fucking... Guys, I was supposed to get a Labubu.
Yeah, so a lot of things are sold out, and, like, Labubu's you can't even get online. But, like, a lot of the things that we would see, like, there's, like, the Crybabies and, like, the Disney one I just said, they, like, have so many things on display. Half of them aren't there, though.
Yeah.
So it's, like, I get that it's because it's big, and maybe it's, like, they didn't anticipate this popping off. I don't really know how long this has been going on. I'm new to this blind box game. But it's, like... How can you have this store and half the shit isn't there?
I know.
It's like you're kind of just going in to look at a museum.
I was, like, underwhelmed.
Yeah. But the ones we got are pretty cute. Okay, do you want to just do yours?
Yeah. So I do this.
Yeah, you have to rip the thing.
I'm scared.
I'm nervous for you.
Okay. Fuck. I'm ripping this fucking box. Is it covered? Okay.
Do the thing where I get to see it before you do. Like people on TikTok, like they'll close their eyes and be like, "You guys can see it before me."
Okay.
But I want my glasses on, so I'm gonna be like, "What is that?"
Okay, ready?
Yeah. Okay.
See it? I'm not looking.
Okay, I can't see because it's facing you. Oh, it's closed. It's like a book. Do you want me to look at it, or do you want to just look at it? Wait, I'm so nervous. It's not even me. Wait, what'd you get? Of course!
Are you fucking joking?
I'm gonna get what I don't want either. This is perfect content, though, if you think about it. That's so funny.
Oh my
Of course!
God.
Of course! Are we surprised?
What?
It's cute, though.
I wasn't expecting to get that.
I know the odds of you getting the one you don't want when you're okay with most of them is insane, but of course, we're doing it the vanilla way.
I knew it because I saw Buzz right here.
Oh, it said it?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
I went, and I was like...
Oh, damn. Damn.
That's fucked up. You know what?
No. I'm not feeling good about mine.
It's so cute.
You picked mine, though, also, so I'm really not feeling good about mine.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel good about that. Because apparently this is just a fucking shit show.
Sorry, I don't have my nails
I got
done.
Tim Allen.
Okay. That sucks, man. Maisel will love it, though.
Maisel will love that shit.
Okay. So I have Swing, which is like classic Disney characters on a swing. So you can either get Mickey, Minnie, Huey, Chip and Dale, like separate, Daisy, Donald, Pluto, or Goofy. I really, 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 really want Pluto. I don't want Huey. I don't give a shit because, like, who is that? Is one of the Donald's nephews only one of them?
What?
Like, who cares?
Okay.
I'm gonna get him probably. We've learned.
Oh no.
Chip and Dale would be cute. Mickey, like they're like the rest of them are classic. It feels so. That's why I don't want Huey, but I really, 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 really want Pluto.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna open.
You're definitely getting Huey. Oh, I'm scared.
Oh, it didn't rip all the way.
I'm scared.
Oh.
Don't look.
Oh, something came out. Okay, I don't know if I'm supposed to look at these.
Oh, it's like one of those packets.
Are they?
It's covered, but...
Oh, no. They're like items, so I'm like...
Oh.
I feel like it's giving me a tease already. Okay, ready? You can look at it first.
Aww.
Is it cute?
Aw, it's cute.
It's blurry. Is it cute?
It's cute.
Okay, it's Daisy.
Yeah.
I figured it was when I saw like the pink stuff. That is cute.
That's cute.
It's no Pluto, but it's not fucking Huey.
But it's adorable.
Do I put her in her swing?
Yeah.
Everything is separate. This is gonna take forever. Okay, I'm not doing that right now.
At first I thought you got Huey.
I was like, okay, I definitely didn't get Pluto. It would have been Minnie. It could have been Huey. Huey's pink.
Yeah.
Daisy.
Aww.
Okay, well, mark safe from
fuck.
Huey. Oh, look at her.
I break it.
Okay, if someone gets Pluto wants to trade.
I'm literally gonna...
That's so
kill
fucking
myself.
funny. All right, well, follow me on TikTok so I got 2 more boxes. I got a Marvel one and Star Wars, Grogu, Mandalorian.
I have to go back.
You might have to go back. Well, maybe I'll get Loki and you can have Loki.
Do it. Oh, please. To infinity
and beyond! That's Chris Evans, actually. That's worse.
That's actually worse. That's actually so much worse. No, just kidding. That's funny. Tim Allen is my number one on.
Yeah. We knew this. Okay.
I could make this into an ornament.
You could, yeah. There's definitely uses for it. Could definitely go on a Christmas tree. All right. Well, thank you for coming. We gambled, and did we win? Not really.
Hell no.
Hell no. But that's what Vegas is all about.
That's what it's
Pop Mart's the new Vegas.
Yeah.
That's
it
what
really
I'm here
is.
to say.
It's popping off.
Yeah, it's pop marting.
Marting off. I didn't even get a fucking labobo.
Next time, you might have to look online.
I mean, you have to
See
order
what the vibe
ahead.
is going. Yeah, I really want one of those Disney rooms.
Yeah.
Next time. Okay, well, that brings us to the end of our Hack Season 4 podcast. So excited. We'll be back for Season 5 next year. And hopefully, we'll be seeing an Emmy win for Hannah Einbinder. Like, them are the things I'm sure about. And hopefully, they win comedy again. But we'd love, for, like, the male actors, would love to see some Shrinking Love and even the Studio Love.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Dramas where it gets a little dicey.
It gets pretty damn dicey.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fucking mess.
It's gonna be a shit show.
It's gonna be. This is what happens when you watch everything.
Yeah, when you're a TV noir.
Connoisseur.
A television file. When you're televisioning out.
Out on main.
TVing out.
I'm always TVing out on main.
That's what the podcast should have been called.
TVing out.
That's so funny. Anyway, thank you for watching. Next week we're going to talk about The Last of Us to add to the dicey drama epidemic at the Emmys. And probably cry a little bit about that one.
Maybe a little tear.
Yeah.
Shed a little tear.
Yeah. And until then... And until then,
I'm not suicidal.
Just want to die.
I just
know. This can't be my legacy.
This can't be my legacy.
Is that what she says? Okay, anyway, bye.